Hey y'all, what's up? Eric Johnson back with y'all again with another quick little video in the late hours in the morning. It is now 4:06 a.m. I'm not trying to be too long with this story because it's still developing news, but this story right here is just one of many examples of why foundational Black Americans need an anti-Black American hate crime bill. I do want to hear from the Biden-Harris administration. I do not want to hear no word salad. I give my condolences to the family. This is a tragic situation. That's a whole bunch of word salad, a whole bunch of doo-doo that need to be flushed down the toilet. You know, if you're running for the president or running for any political position on any tier level, lower tier level, mid tier level, or higher tier level, I don't want to keep hearing, I send my condolences to the family. We're going to get justice for this sister. We heard this shit with George Floyd, Eric Garner, um, Philando Castillo. Too many of too many victims of the Black American community has always been killed unjustly due to these race soldiers not doing their fucking job right and practicing white supremacy by showing you that they're part of these racist, parties. If it happens to be the KKK, neo Nazis, they show it through you through their memorabilia. They show it through you through their tattoos. They show it through you while harming unarmed Black American people, let alone our kids. And this just goes to show you that motherfuckers need to end qualified immunity for these race soldiers when they out here killing people unjustly. So you can tell me that if you're a police officer, you tough enough to go into a 36-year-old woman's house and shoot her unjustly 3 times, shoot her in the head, and shoot 2 more shots into her body while she's on the ground pleading for help. Now, if you haven't seen the camera footage already, I would play it, but I don't want to get a copyright claim or get a strike on my channel for violence and extreme use. So I will go through this story and just give y'all my thoughts and perspective. Give it to y'all from my thoughts and from what I think about it. Body cam video reveals chaotic scene of deputy fatally shooting Sonya Massey, who called 911 for help. Springfield, Illinois. Sonya Massey ducked and apologized to an Illinois sheriff deputy seconds before he shot the Black woman 3 times in her home, with one fatal blow to the head, as seen in body cam footage. The video released Monday. Now they're saying that she had mental issues, so you could really tell by when the video first started, she was real confused about them being there when she called them. Now she said that don't hurt me, and the police officers was confused. They should have shown those two crackers, those two cowards, that we're dealing with a lady who has mental problems. Now I'm gonna get back to the whole mental problem issue with the sister. Rest in peace to Sonya Massey, and my condolences go out to her family, and I hope that they get justice and don't be out here hugging these police officers. I don't want to see these motherfuckers out here talking about we forgive you for killing our daughter, our aunt, our family member. I don't want to see that shit because we have seen this over the past couple of years with a lot of these coon ass families hugging these people after they done killed their loved ones. We have seen this after years and years and years of these shootings of unarmed Black people. If it having to do something with kids getting slammed on the ground unjustly, if it having to do something with mass shootings of Black people getting killed unjustly in grocery stores, we have seen this numerous times when it comes to the coon community within the Black American or the Tether class community, of people having a history of forgiving these fucking race soldiers. So I don't want to hear that from no family, let alone her family. You need to produce justice from what this motherfucker and that other coward did to this lady, man. Because this don't make no damn sense. We pay these bastards our tax dollars to protect us, and these motherfuckers turn around and practice white supremacy and do whatever the hell they want to. It's the wild, wild west out here. Ain't no justice, ain't no damn order amongst these damn race soldiers. They don't do extreme background checks. They even getting people from foreign nations to come over here to be police officers. This is what happens when you have people in political power who has the brain capacity of mush applesauce that simmered on the ground and just rotten. So when you have people out here from the Democratic or the Republican Party or any political party not producing laws to enforce these bastards not to do this to unarmed black people or to anybody else within the United States of America, especially foundational black Americans, because they make us the easiest targets. Since it's 100% get out of jail free card to shoot unarmed black people. But let me get on with the story. An Illinois grand jury indicted former Sangamon County Sheriff's Deputy Sean Grayson, age 30, who is white, of course. Last week, he has pleaded not guilty to charges of first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct. The video confirmed prosecutors' earlier account of the tense moment when Grayson yelled from across a counter at Massey to set down a pot of hot water. He then threatened to shoot her. Massey ducked, briefly rose, and Grayson fired his pistol at her. Now, in this situation, when you was in the house from the body cam footage, when she was getting her ID out to identify herself, because she called police officers, you motherfuckers, who's supposed to be citizens on patrol, who's supposed to be out here practicing the laws and doing the laws right, and actually providing a service to the people who pays you your salary, sir. You was supposed to handle that situation a whole lot better. Your partner was supposed to be over here getting the lady's ID, and you could have took your ass over there to the stove, turned off the damn stove, and put the damn pot of boiling hot water, which you said that she was a threat to you. That's why you shot her 3 times and gave her a headshot to the head and didn't want to give her medical treatment. Now, I don't want y'all to get lost. While she was getting her ID out of her pocketbook from the other officer, you could have took your happy crystal meth pot smoking ass to the damn stove, turned off the damn stove, and put the damn pot of boiling hot water on another aisle of the stove so it won't boil over and cause you damage and cause you to be fatigued in a situation where you allegedly said that she threatened your life. And that's why you pulled out your pistol. You and your partner pulled out your pistols and killed this lady unjustly in her house when she was asking for help. Now, let me keep on with this story. Authorities said that Massey, 36, had called 911 earlier to report a suspected prowler. The video shows the 2 deputies, not 1 deputy, but 2 deputies, because we know a lot of you white supremacists are out here. You're too slow to count past 1. 2 deputies responded just before 1 a.m. on July 6 at her home in Springfield, 200 miles, 322 kilometers southwest of Chicago. They first walked around the house and found a black SUV with broken windows in the driveway. It took Massey 3 minutes to open the door after the deputies knocked, and she immediately said, "Don't hurt me." She seemed confused as they spoke at the door, and she repeatedly said that she needed help. Referenced God and told them that she didn't know who owned the car. Inside the house, deputies seemed extra separated as she sat on her couch and went through her purse as they asked for identification to complete a report before leaving. Then Grayson pointed out a pot sitting on a flame on the stove. "We don't need a fire while we're here," he said. Now, while she was getting out her damn identification, you could have took your ass over there and took the damn pot off the damn stove instead of having her go over there to the stove to take the damn pot full of boiling hot water off the stove. And then you gonna say, "Get away from the damn stove or I blow your fucking head off." You gonna tell that lady to go over there and do something while she's getting her damn ID, but you didn't take your happy ass over there and turn off the damn stove and take the damn pot full of boiling hot water off the damn stove so it wouldn't cause no damn fire or it wouldn't be a damn threat to your damn life. I feared for my life. She was coming at me with a pot full of boiling hot water. Massey immediately got up and went to the stove, moving the pot near a sink. I repeat, moving the pot near a sink. She and Grayson seemed to share a laugh over her pan of steaming hot water before she unexpectedly said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Now, let me go back further in the story from the beginning. She was confused once the police officers came to the door. It took her 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 180 seconds for you slow bus people out here. Listen, understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. It took her 3 minutes to open the door. As they can see, when she said, "Don't hurt me," they could have easily seen that this lady was confused by her not remembering that she called the police. Because remember what I said earlier, she has been dealing with mental problems. She has mental problems. You can see that from the family into press conference they had. This could have been avoided. This could have been handled another situation. But when you under the system of white supremacy, they want to shoot first and ask questions last. Now, how you gonna go from sharing a laugh over her pan of steaming hot water before unexpectedly hearing this woman says, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," from this motherfucker saying that you better fucking not, or I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you in your fucking face, before then pulling out his 9mm pistol and demanding her to drop the pot. Now, she said that she was at the pot, moving the pot near a sink so it wouldn't cause any damage, not only to the house or anybody else. So that clearly showed you that she wasn't a threat to this motherfucker or even the butt buddy as his backup partner. Now that goes to show you that they killed this woman unjustly. She went over there and did the right thing by moving the pot near a sink. It ain't like she went over there, got the damn pot of steaming, boiling hot water and threw it at his ass. Like, come on, man. You don't got no better defense than that. You killed this lady unjustly. Not only did you shoot her one time, you shot her 3 damn times and shot her in her damn head. And then after you shot her, after the 3 shots was let off, this motherfucker didn't even want to provide medical treatment. Do that make any damn sense? You better fucking not, or I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you in your fucking face. He then pulled his 9mm pistol and demanded that she drop the pot. Massey, the victim, said, "Okay, I'm sorry." When you're dealing with mental problems and under these hostile and dangerous situations with these white supremacists, you ain't gonna think straight. So then her body fall to the ground with her hands up. She ducked and raised her hands. I repeat, she ducked and raised her hands. She was innocent. She's the victim. She's not posing a threat to anybody within. She ain't posing no threat to nobody, as the body cam footage clearly shows you. These 2 motherfuckers pull out their damn guns and shoot this lady 3 times. Grayson was still in the living room facing Massey and separated by a counter dividing the living room and kitchen. Prosecutors have said the separation allowed Grayson both distance and relative cover for Massey in the pot of hot water. After Grayson shot her, Grayson discouraged his partner from grabbing a medical kit to save her. I repeat, this cracker, this race soldier, this piece of donkey crap discouraged his partner from grabbing a medical kit to save her. I repeat, Grayson, the motherfucker who shot this lady unjustly, discouraged his partner from grabbing a medical kit to save her. After the shots were fired, he gonna tell his partner not to grab a medical kit to possibly save this woman's life after you just shot her unjustly in her house after she called you motherfuckers to come to her house to provide a service that my tax dollars, her tax dollars, and everybody else's tax dollars within the United States of America provide. You was here to do a service and you failed. You failed, your partner failed, the justice system failed, everybody failed under this situation when it comes to these fucking white supremacists being out here killing people unjustly. He said that you can go get it, but it's a headshot, he said. There's nothing you could do, man. You can go get it, but that's a headshot, he said. There's nothing you can do, man. I repeat, third time. You can get it, but that's a headshot, he said. There's nothing you can do, man. He added, what else do we do? I'm not taking fucking hot boiling water to the face. I repeat, what else do we do? I'm not taking hot boiling water to the fucking face. Nothing that noting that Massey was still breathing, he relented and said he would get his kit too. The other deputy said, we can at least try to stop the bleeding. The bleeding, you could have been stopped this situation from happening by you going over there to that damn stove, taking the pot of boiling hot water off the stove and just dumping it in the damn sink. While she was getting her identification from the other police officer, why would you tell her to do two things at the same time? How am I going to provide my ID, then do something by going over to the stove and getting the damn pot full of boiling hot water? So I'm trying to do two things at the same time. Like, make it make sense, bro. Like, this shit don't make sense. Not only did you shoot this lady 3 times, you didn't even want to provide medical treatment. You didn't even want to try to save the lady's life after you just executed this lady in her house unjustly. Now I can see if this lady was coming at you with a knife or some boiling hot water or even had a firearm. This lady didn't do nothing to y'all. This lady called y'all to handle a situation. She clearly had mental problems and had issues with her mind. And y'all didn't provide the damn service like you provide these other people, whites and others, when they out here running butt naked in the streets after a mass shooting. You taking these bastards to Burger King. You patting them on their damn head saying good job. You giving them all types of trinkets, goodies, and benefits. After shooting this lady 3 times, the partner, his other butt buddy, was going to go grab his med kit. You're going to say that it's a headshot. There's nothing you can do. You can go get it, but that's a headshot, he said. There's nothing you can do, man. Then he said that I'm not taking hot boiling water to the fucking face. If you can take shots to your chest, be out here risking your life every day as a police officer, boiling hot water ain't going to hurt you if this lady actually throwed it on you. I can tell and I know that police officers go through a lot of shit out here within the United States of America. You mean to tell me if this lady was a threat, you couldn't take boiling hot water to the fucking face, but you can be out here trying to play the victim, trying to be in defense mode when you have all the weapons, you have all the guns, you have all the tasers, you have all the trinkets that they provide you as a citizen on patrol, as a cop. You mean to tell me that a 36-year-old innocent black lady who has mental problems will pose a threat to you with boiling hot water, and she ain't even get into a defensive stance to pose a threat to you? You telling her to remove the pot full of boiling hot water away from the stove, and she was going to put the hot water into the sink so it won't pose a threat to you. You mean to tell me that you shoot a lady 3 times that was trying to comply with you, and you just turned it into something that the family will never get away from because their loved one is no longer here to provide her story. They got to provide it for her. I have to provide it for her. See, this is just another situation of white supremacy trying to do on to the black American people, that no matter how many times y'all try to do what y'all want to do, try to provide justice for your people. Hey, I'm an honorary white supremacist. I can do what I want to. If I'm going to shoot a woman 3 times in her house unjustly when she's not posing a threat, then I can play the victim. Hell, I don't care if the body cam footage was even on me. I can play the victim. She came at me with boiling hot water. I'm not finna go through that. So what I'm gonna do is pull out my pistol and shoot this lady 3 times unjustly. During a Monday afternoon news conference, the family's lawyer, civil rights attorney Ben Crump, called Grayson's story justification disingenuous. So he basically was lying in this story to try to play the victim. She needed a helping hand. She did not need a bullet to her face, Crump said to Massey. And I have my problems with, Mr. Crump though, but I'm just gonna move past that because it seems that every time this situation happens with unarmed black people, he's always there. It's either him or Al Sharpton. I don't know if they can't get anybody else to take these cases or what, but he's always in these situations. But I'm gonna move past that because that's for another story for another day. Asked why Massey told Grayson, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," Crump said she had undergone treatment for mental health issues. She had undergone treatment for mental health issues. I repeat, by her saying, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," and her being confused when they first showed up, by her saying that, "Please don't hurt me," they could have clearly seen that either this lady couldn't remember that she called the police or that this lady had mental problems. They could have handled that situation much, much more better with her still being alive and them actually doing their job. They do the opposite by shooting this lady and killing her unjustly in her house when she wasn't even a damn threat. She's the victim in this situation. She had undergone treatment for mental health issues. He noted that she invoked God's name for the beginning of the encounter and asked for her Bible after deputies stepped inside. During Massey's funeral on Friday, Crump said the video, which he and the family had already viewed, would shock the conscience of America. Massey's father, James Winburn, demanded the county court system to completely be open with its investigation and prosecution and transparent with the public. "The only time I will see my baby again is when I leave this world," Wilburn said, "and I don't ever want anybody else in the United States to join this league." Grayson, who was fired last week, is being held in Sangamon County Jail without bond if convicted. He faces prison sentences of 45 years to life for murder, 6 to 30 years for battery, and 2 to 5 years for misconduct. He do not need to have the time nor the energy or even need to be breathing on this earth for the things that he did to this lady. He needs the death penalty. He do not need to have the privilege of going to a federal prison, getting a bunk bed, getting commissary, or even getting the privilege to even take a crap and to flush his feces down the damn toilet. He needs to be given the electric chair execution. He don't even need to have the right to breathe on this earth again, man, for after what he did to this lady, killing her unjustly. He didn't provide a service of being a police officer who follows the law. No, he took his side of white supremacy and he put his own rules into it. And he just said that I can do whatever I want to. She's the threat. I'm the victim. I have all the technology on my side. I have all the guns. I have all the ammo. I have all the nightsticks. I have all the police dogs. I have everything within my power as a police officer to say that I'm the victim. His lawyer, Danielle Foots, declined to comment Monday. In a statement, Creepy Joe Biden, the former president, said he and the First Lady Jill Biden, aka Skeleton Lady number 2, were praying for Massey's. I don't want to hear all that word salad. I'm going to just skip past that. Massey's death is the latest example of black people killed in recent years by the police in their homes. In May, a Hispanic Florida sheriff deputy shot and killed Roger Fortson, who was a part of the Air Force, was out here serving his country. killed this brother, Roger Fortson. That just happened a little while ago. I don't want y'all to forget that. A Hispanic Florida sheriff, an honorary white supremacist, shot and killed Roger Fortson when the Air Force senior airman opened the door of his home in Fort Walton Beach, armed with a handgun pointed down. The deputy Eddie Duran was fired. In 2019, a white Fort Worth, Texas officer fatally shot Thea Jefferson through a rear window of her home after responding to a non-emergency call reporting that Jefferson's front door was open. Aaron Dean, the former officer, was convicted of manslaughter and sentenced to nearly 12 years in prison. In 2018, a white Dallas police officer fatally shot Botham John, who was unarmed, after mistaking his apartment for her own. Amber Geiger, the former officer, was convicted of murder and was sentenced to 10 years in prison. I think she should have had a life sentence, but when you out here rubbing the hair of these white supremacists and the families not out here trying to enforce the laws to be actual law, you out here cooning and buffooning, of course a white supremacist like Amber Geiger will only get 10 years. Crump has represented families in each case as part of his effort, wink wink, allegedly, to force accountability for the killings of black people at the hands of police. Crump also represented relatives of Earl Moore, a Springfield man who died after he was strapped face down on the stretcher in December 2022. Two emergency medical professionals faced murder charges in that case. So yeah, man, it's a whole lot of word salad coming from the Biden-Harris administration, and a lot of these political figures are going to use this as an example of trying to get their campaigns, of them trying to boost the momentum by giving this word salad of "I give my condolences to the family," and they're going to be using her, as many people, in these commercials for their political campaign to try to make change, with quotation marks. But this just goes to show you, under the system of white supremacy, there's no justice when it comes to black American people, or should I say foundational black Americans, because when it happens to other people, they get the justice and they get everything that they want to by getting anti-Asian hate crime laws, by getting tangibles for illegal immigrants to come over. But when it comes to black Americans, foundational black American people, you can call the police and you can be the victim, and a couple of minutes later you can be dead on the ground with you being a threat to the white supremacists. But this just goes to show you that all skin folk ain't kinfolk, and you're going to have people from the other side trying to use this as something that don't need to be used in a positive situation. This needs to be spoken out to, and this need to be on all mainstream media platforms. But I know the grassroots gonna hold it down and always give us the information that we need. But besides that, I just want to come on and give my thoughts and my opinions about this whole situation with the late Sonya Massey, who called for help and she ended up being killed unjustly by another race soldier. And that just goes to show you that Sean Grayson is just another white supremacist out here trying to get away with murder. He has blood on his hands, and the whole police department and the whole justice system has blood on their hands. And see, this is why we need an anti-black American hate crime bill for foundational black Americans. See, this is why we need reparations. See, this is why we need the tangibles and the benefits of what my ancestors fought and died for. See, black Americans, foundational black American people, are the most patriotic or the most loyal people to a country that has never did anything for us except rape, ravage, and use us as scapegoats, use us as property, and use us as just bullet bags. They have used us time and time again by sending floodgates of illegal aliens. I don't like to say migrants, I say illegal aliens into this country to flood us with more crime, flood us with more problems and situations that the United States government, the Democratic or the Republican Party, or any party of any significance can handle. So that just goes to show you that us as foundational black Americans, we need to start with preparing for the worst, and we have already started preparing for the worst because it's red done out here for us. I suggest that you get all your power tools, your Kit Kat bars, your Skittles, your gumdrops, your butterscotch candies and practice with your candy bars, and make sure that you're out here protecting yourself and your family at all costs, because we already know that the justice system is broken for foundational Black Americans. It works real well for everybody else, but for foundational Black Americans, it's just another trick bag and just another sector of white supremacy that is being used amongst us to be victims of. So rest in peace to the sister Sonya Massey. We will get more updates and more reports on this story. We will see a lot of coon sambos and buck dancers trying to use this as a justification for a lot of these white supremacists to be executing people unjustly out here for this, because we don't have seen this numerous times of buck dancers who have the same skin as me but don't have the same lineage or have the same brain that can process true justice. So that just goes to show you that all skin folk ain't kinfolk. So that's all I have to say about this situation. Rest in peace to Sonya Massey, and I hope that the police officer Sean Grayson rots in prison. I hope you burn in hell, and I hope that you get the justice, and I hope you get the far lengthy sentence that you truly and desperately deserve. That's just my opinion. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Share the video out with your friends and family members, and leave in the comment section what you think about this situation with Sister Sonya Massey.